Ni hao, hola, bonjour, como esta? Hola, amigos. Buenos dias, buenas noches. I just come up here real quick to tell you all about the work at home opportunities I had available. So if you got high-speed internet, no Wi-Fi, high-speed internet, if you got a laptop, desktop, and noise-free cancellation headsets like you see right here. Like I said, this will help prevent any noise, like if you have children playing in the background, maybe you got grown kids at home be talking loud in the back. Please still just find yourself a quiet place in your home or your basement or where you may be. Some people go in a garage, some people go into like a utility building. So you can make sure that you try to keep as professional as possible, because don't you hate when you call some of these customer service reps and you can hear like chickens in the back going and kids, and it's just so unprofessional. So keep it professional. They won't even know where you're working at if you are working from home. And like I said, like I work both. I work at home and in the field a lot. Even if you're working from home, still get yourself out, position yourself where you at least still brush your hair. Put on something cute for you can feel like you went out there in the atmosphere and went out to work, because a lot of people, when they just get out the bed and just go and try to take a call that way, it shows through your calls. Like they say, dial and smile. Make sure you dial and smile, because it most definitely shows through your calls. If you're on that other end, you look like a hot mess, or you just got out the bed and you really don't want to be here today. So make sure you keep yourself people. And I got a lot of clients contact me. I just come here real quick, let you all know what I have available for my work at home positions. We just had a little, different things we're doing today to try to play catch up. But this is your weekly job lead. Like I said, if you got yourself some high-speed internet where you can be able to pass the speed test check, where you got yourself a great laptop or computer, you cannot use a phone and you cannot use a tablet. And make sure you have yourself noise-free cancellation headsets, for you can be able to, mute out any extra noise that you hear in the back. Because, sometimes they can hear static and people talking in the back, and they most definitely don't want those on our calls. Keep in mind, the jobs that I offer you all, you're going to be working for Fortune 500 companies. So you want to be as professional as you possibly can. So like I say, even if you're the type of person like, well, I'm working from home, I can save on my clothes, me fix myself up, still get yourself up, take your little wash up, drink your little coffee or cappuccino, whatever meal that you have. Make sure you do that before you get on the call, because all of that's going to go through you when you get on those calls. We don't want nobody to get on them calls and you feel like you grumpy, you just got out of bed, you can tell you ain't got your hair done, you got on something sloppy. Say it don't matter because people can't see you, but still you want to do it for yourselves. Because some of these trainings that we have to do, sometimes they might tell you to cam up, because they want to make sure you're back there doing what you're supposed to do. Because keep in mind, you're not going into a brick and mortar place where they can actually see you, where you can say, hey, I'm here. You got to sometimes show up on their camera to say, hey, I'm here, but they can make sure that you are here, because they're going to be matching you up with the ID that you had put in through the portal. Because keep in mind, this is a professional work at home job. So they will be asking your ID. They will be doing a background check, but don't let that discourage you if you have anything on your background, like a misdemeanor, felony. As long as nothing that you're going through, like right now, you have some pending charges, you're good to go. And if you have that high-speed internet, you have that laptop or desktop, and your noise-free cancellation headset, you're good to go. Like I said, anything that you invest in yourself, because you as an independent contractor, you will be working under Exquisite Agency. I do pay out every 2 weeks, on the 15th of every month and the last day of every month. Like on February, it only got 28 days. Happy Black History Month to everybody. You have 28 days, so instead of me paying on the 30th of the month, I have to pay on the 28th, because that's the last day of the month. So get yourself a position where you can get paid. Like I said, some of these assignments, you have to work 15 hours. Some of them, you have to work 30 hours a week. But the way they work with that is not really weekly, because since we pay out every 2 weeks, as long as you have those 15 hours in within that 2 week grace period, or those 30 hours in within that 2 week grace period, you good to go. Just depends on what assignments you have work on. We do have assignments available for the roadside assistance. We have like cruise control, like a lot of people's offer like cruise trips. Like this is time of the year is coming up, a lot of people will start going on vacation. You can offer like different packages on the best cruises, and then of course get yourself some discount. And like I said, you're gonna be an independent contractor under Exquisite Agency, because I'm like the one that's gonna provide you with the training and give you the payroll. But you're gonna get a 1099 by the February the 15th of every year for you to file on your tax for anything that you made $600 or more that you're gonna have to pay taxes on. Now, unless you get yourself set up for a 940S where you can pay quarterly tax, but most people don't. They just normally get that 1099 and they pay taxes on that accordingly when they get the taxes. If you need help on any tax consultations, I'm a certified tax accountant since 1992. I got you all covered on that too, because everything you purchase, from your headsets to a new laptop to a new desktop to you having to pay for a background check, if you have to pay for any training, which you've been doing really good right now for the last 2 years since we've been going through this inflation or pandemic, we haven't been charging anything for training. The agency leaders, the owners of the Fortune 500 company has been going in to pay for these trainings for you all to get that knowledge for free. What other company is going to offer you knowledge like this for free? And like I said, you're not working for nobody. Now, I know you can go get a job anywhere in the office field and get that knowledge for free if you get on and they hire you. But this is a business for you. This is an independent contractor where you use an Exquisite Agency just to get access to these Fortune 500 companies, to get access to this additional training all for free. This is free knowledge I'm doing. So even if they charge you $19.99 per pay period, you get that back on your taxes. Just keep a general ledger of all of these expenses that you pay out, but you can make sure you write them off on your taxes. And if I'm your tax accountant, most definitely I'm going to write them off for you and then some, because you get to use part of your office space as your tax write-off, as well as your utilities that you're using, as well as your internet, as well as your cell phone bill. Anything that you're using for your independent contracting position get to be a tax write-off. So don't look at it as a way, oh, I got to spend money. Yes, baby, this is a business, and I need for you all to have a business mindset. You have to spend money in order to make money. That's just the way of the game. How you think Donald Trump and all them got on top? The guy, the owner of Facebook, where you all be up there for free and they getting paid off for every activity you do. Have you got all these different people out here that's just getting paid residual and royalty because they have to do their job at least one time the hard way and beat it up, and then they can sit back and enjoy that passive. Right now, you're going to be doing active for your business. And that's okay, because you're going to get back anything you invest. If you get your headsets, your laptop, your desktop, any lights that you use while you're working on these assignments, any internet service that you use while you're working on these assignments, write all of that down. Or either put it in a ledger on the on the spreadsheet with Microsoft Excel. Screenshot it. Whatever you got to do. Whenever you make any purchase, make sure you use a debit card or write a check. I know a lot of people don't even write checks no more. But keep tracks of all of those receipts, because you get to have all of that as proof when you get to write off all these expenses to go along with the income that you receive throughout that year from January to December 31st. You get to write all of that off with anything that you make $600 or more. And like I said, there's great ways that you can do that too. So make sure you consult with your tax accountant with that to make sure you're doing the right way, especially if you're going out there trying to apply for a house or car. You don't want to write off too much when you have your annual income at zero, make it like you didn't make no money. And what's 0 plus 0? They're not going to give you anything, because they're like, no, you don't have enough money left after you write off all your business expenses to do anything. So make sure you do it the smart way. Be smart, Hannah. So we have assignments available with roadside assistance. We have assignments available. We had a couple of banking assignments available where you just like answering any customer service call if people have any questions about that debit card, if they had any lost debit card. So keep in mind with assignments like that, they're going to make sure that you do a drug test, because of course you can be dealing with people money. You pulling up that information, use our social security numbers and date of birth. They want to make sure they don't have no diehard criminals over here. I mean, you got to think of it that way. And of course, sometimes they might make you do a background check. Now, the background checks, they will make you do, and that's a $30 fee. Like I said, it's a business write-off. You get that back on your taxes. So you will have to pay that, but you just have to pay that annually. So if you're on that same assignment, you don't end up switching out from time to time, you just have to pay that one time $30. But say if you go to another assignment, depends on if that other background check expired, because people get in trouble all day, every day. They get charges. They just covering their own booty. So you just have to pay for it just to make sure you are who you say you are. That's what that's all about, pretty much. Like I said, all of that, anything you spend towards your independent contract, it's going to be a tax write-off. We have positions available like with you assistant, like the senior citizens. You helping them with wheelchairs, where they call in with customer service, where they need help on our Medicare, where they need a new card, identification card. We have things coming up with the roadside assistance program, where you help people like if they had a flat tire, if they want to have like somebody to come out to tow our vehicle in, and say that they need roadside assistance of any nature. And that assignment, and they normally pay up to $30 an hour. Now I got assignments starting off at $9 USD up to $30 USD. But for the roadside assistance, they're gonna cap you out about $13 USD. But as you work more hours past like that 30 hours that they want you to work per pay period, then they start capping you out at higher earnings, then you get paid more per hour. So like I said, even if you complete one training, sometimes they have a fast track training that'll take about 2 weeks. Then they have some that'll take up to 4 weeks. We got some that'll take 6 weeks. Now, when it comes to our roadside assistance, then they normally take about 6 weeks. We do have Texas Energy Place, where we do have a lot of people. Once they go out there and get their assignments, we normally offer that like every 45 days. They normally stay. That's where you helping people to connect, utility services, disconnect, especially when you have bad weather, how a lot of people's like power lines and stuff going down. You help them go back in and make sure you give them credits for anything that they was paying on that they shouldn't have been paying on due to the power and stuff being out. You help them with installment plans, like if they need some type of help or assistance with that light bill. We have a whole lot of truly amazing assignments with Home Depot, Dick's Sporting Goods, a lot of places like the other new contract we got coming up. Let me look it up. We got like First State Bank. That's another great one too. But of course, I know they're going to do a background check on that one and a criminal background check as far as your drug testing, because they want to make sure, because like I said, you're going to be dealing with people money and stuff like that. And like I said, the one where you assist senior citizens. Then we have the one on the cruise controls, where you help people match up different traveling packages. And if you get with that contract, you know, they'll pretty much give you discounts on your packages too once you get past that 90-day mark. Now, say if you go into that cruise control and they just Monday through Friday, but you still want to get something on the weekend where you can log on and off. But the cruise control and the roadside assistance, I know that one is 7 days a week. You can log on and off at any time. You can set your own flexible schedule. That's another advantage too from working from home. You can set your own schedule. You ain't got to worry about paying for traveling, gas, no fancy clothing, no food, eating out. You can eat right from home. But like I said, I recommend for you to get yourself into a comfort zone. I hope you still do your personal hygiene stuff. Wash your face, brush your teeth, put on something cute, boom, you go to work. Because you're going to have to do that to make yourself feel more in tune when you take these calls. Because if you get up that sluggish, just get out of bed and come to them calls, it's going to show through them calls. You're going to tell. That's why I tell you all, when them calls coming in, or if you have to dial out, majority of our assignments, you don't have to dial out. But just in case you do, you want to dial and you want to smile in the background while you on that call. Because sometimes them customers are going to call in irate. They're going to get you to the point where you're like, okay, why am I really here? But it's okay. You woosah. After that call, you take your quick break and then you come back. Because you can schedule your increments in every 30 minutes. That's the brownie point about this. Say if you got a doctor's appointment coming up at 2 or 3 o'clock. Get yourself on schedule from 10 to 12, then come back later on and say, hey, I want to work the shift from 3 to 5, or I want to work the shift from 3 to 3:30. Get your increments in of 30 minutes for you can make sure every pay period, just depends on what assignment you work, you can have either that 15 to that 30 hours in, because if you don't have that in, they might let you through with it on one pay period, not having it in all your hours. But I can guarantee on that second one, they won't. Because they need for somebody to come in and do the set hours they need, because they have a high call volumes on certain days. And normally the high call volumes normally be on Mondays and Fridays. That's when everybody want to blow up the phones and call in. So they're going to tell you, hey, if you can come in on those 2 days, they're going to put it mandatory anyway. They're going to tell you, hey, you can set your schedule anytime you want to, but on Mondays and Fridays, I need for you to give us either 2 or 4 hours. And majority of them is 4 hours. Even if you have to do 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the evening, or 2 hours in the afternoon and 2 hours in the evening, or you can knock all 4 hours out at one time. Or you can do 2 hours like now from 12 to 2. And then you come back up at 5 o'clock and do the other 2 from 5 to 7. But you must have to get in those full 4 hours on that Friday and Monday. Just depends on which assignment you have. Some assignments I offer are Monday through Friday. Some assignments is 7 days a week. We do have some assignments is like overnight that you can do. So like I said, make sure you get yourself a position where you can make yourself additional income. I am looking for active hosts. I am looking for active customer service reps. So make sure you contact me if you're interested in it ASAP, if not sooner. I got ways that you can make money on the phone. I got ways that you can make money doing paid surveys. I got ways that you can make money if you just want to play games, just to make you some additional incomes. I got ways that you can make money to chat with people. I got ways you can make money if you want to be a host. If you want to go up there and go live and entertain, showing your talent, your services. If you want to dance, sing, talk, walk, vlog, whatever. It is so many different ways to make money, and we need to put all of our different experiences and talents out in different parts of the universe, because we don't want to put all of our eggs in one basket, that's for sure. Especially look what's still happening with this inflation going on, with all this crazy stuff that's going on in the country. We can't let this keep on happening. We can't keep on letting these other employers play in our face where they can tell us when we can come in, when they can't come in. Then they put a cap on your money. They say, hey, you can't work over 40 hours. You can't get no overtime. We can't pay you vacation. Put a cap on your own money. Make the type of money that you want daily. If you want to make $100 a day, guess what? You can have yourself a position. Even if you have to do multiple ones to make that $100 a day, boom, make it. Even if you want to make $200 a day, you can have yourself set up where, boom, you can make your $200 a day. But it ends and begins with you. You have to be dedicated. You have to be focused. You have to be committed. And most importantly, you have to have a business mindset, and do not, and I mean do not give up on yourself. Thank you, Spice. No, never give up on yourself and you and your financial goals. It might be tough sometimes, but as long as you put your best foot forward, you most definitely have this in the bag. But you can't give up on yourself, because that's what most people want you to do. They want you to stop. Don't ever stop on you and your dreams. I can understand sometimes you take a break for your mental. That's fine. But never, ever give up on yourself, and never, ever put all your gold eggs in one basket. So if you're the type of person, you already work for a company, why not try to put one of these little working home jobs in your basket? If you already got a computer or a laptop, high-speed internet, and all you have to do is buy your headsets, I have Amazon saving links on that too, where you can save a little bit on that, where you can get headsets for $15 or more. You can go to Best Buy, Office Depot, Dollar General even sell it now. Family Dollars, you can get some about $10. I'm not gonna say $5, because you want to make sure you have good noise-free cancellation headset, because you don't want that static in the back, and you can't just use any headsets. Because I know one of my particular people, they had like the gaming headsets. You could tell because it was still static and in the back. You want noise-free cancellation headsets where it can cancel out that noise in the back, like I have right here. Let me see if I can get this thing untangled a little bit for you to see. And I didn't pay nothing with Amazon Prime membership, or if you don't have Prime, still it's gonna take you more than 3 or 4 days to get it, unless you want to go pick you up something in the store. See how you can speak right here. I didn't pay nothing like $15, $20 maybe, I think, for this. And then it's noise-free cancellation. And then right here, I got my mute button. So I could click right here, like say if I got somebody coming and knocking in my door, they're coming in through the back, or I got a phone call and I don't want the person on the line to know, I can click this to mute my mic. So in between calls, I can click this to mute my mic, but I make sure I just turn it back on after the call, or while I'm on the call, so they can be able to hear me, because they will let you know if they can't hear you. Oh, I can't hear you. Sometimes you got to speak up a little louder, or just readjust your headsets, and just make sure your mute mic is not on, because them babies will let you know, honey. I like dealing with the campaigns where you work with the senior citizen. Like I said, senior citizen and kids are my weaknesses, so I like dealing with those campaigns. So when I get that next campaign, I'm going to let you all know about that. I'm going to try to bring you all exciting job leads weekly. So I just come and let you know that I am hiring for Exquisite Agency for some good, active customer service representative that's willing to work from home. If you got high-speed internet, if you're not, go get some. All of this is a tax write-off. If you got a computer or a laptop, I need you. No tablets or cell phones allowed, unfortunately. If you got some noise-free cancellation headset and you willing to pay that background check, that one-time background check, and sometimes you might have to pay for a drug test, and majority of the time the drug test is paid for by the actual Fortune 500 company, and mainly that's the banks be request for that, because they the ones you can be dealing with people's social security numbers, maybe date of birth, and not personal information, you know, that's confidential that you can't share with no one else. So they want to make sure they check you out so they can make sure you are who you say you are. Then you pass our assessment test. That's the hiring process for me. Once you contact me, message me, say, hey, I'm interested. I want to get started. What do I need to do? What assignments do you have available? Email me your resume, your contact number if I can contact you. But we can go over some Q&As to get you prepared for the assessment test if you need it. Some people don't need it because the assessment test is just common sense. It's like a 20 to 30 minute assessment test that you take on common sense, just to test your customer service skill, just to make sure that you know how to handle a call when you get it, what to do with an irate customer, even if you had experience before. And I don't care if you worked at McDonald's, Burger King, anything in customer service dealing with people, that's all customer service, whether if you was on the phone or not. That's all qualify you for these customer service assignments. Just tell them exactly what they want to hear. Of course, you know you ain't going to tell them, hey, I'm going to cuss that person out if they cuss me out. No, we ain't going to do none of that. You're going to stay professional. You're going to try not to transfer it over to a manager, because you're going to try to do that one-call resolution where you're going to try to solve it as much as you can by figuring out what the problem is. Like finding out what monotone they call it in. If they call it in irate and howling, tell them, hey, could you please just lower your voice to a common matter so we can figure out what's going on, so we can go ahead and get this solved for you. I understand that this can be frustrating for you, because I'll be frustrated as well. So you got to emphasize and sympathize with them and bring them back down to a talking level, and how you can help them woosah where they can feel way better once they hang up their call with you. Like I said, it's all common sense. Once you pass an assessment test, it's going to unlock your opportunities that are available that you can be able to work. I'll find out which ones you'll be able to work, because we do have trainings that's only 4 hours a day. Normally it's Monday through Fridays. Like I said, some of our trainings are fast track, like for the roadside assistance, like 2 weeks training, maybe the cruise ship ones is like a 2 weeks. But like the ones dealing with senior citizens, and maybe the electrical companies, and maybe the banking and Dick's Sporting Goods, Home Depot, and stuff like that, those are the ones that's normally like 4 to 6 weeks. But sometimes they have fast training for those too. Then that way, like I said, they normally charge between $19.99 up to $49.99 for those trainings. Just because of the pandemic, the inflation, and the stuff that's been going on with the economic crisis, they've been waiving that. They've been making the agencies and stuff pay for that in the Fortune 500. So even if you pass the assessment test and you get into these opportunities and you don't care for one, at least you are soaking up that knowledge. Say, hey, that you come back again later, maybe you might take up another opportunity. You still got that information soaked up. If you do want to go work in a brick and mortar out in the real world, you got something that's helped building up your resume. But why would you want to do that if you got the opportunity to work from home? You ain't got to worry about paying that money, going out paying for gas and all that. The only advantage you'll get is they get to take taxes out of you, your federal withholding. So you ain't got to worry about paying that taxes back when you get your taxes done. But if you already got dependents and stuff like that, and you get 100% of your money, you still, like I said, even at $19.99, they charge you every 2 weeks just to get access to the portal, just to help pay for this training and stuff. You still get everything that you put out, even down your up to 30% of your office space that you use, your utilities, your internet, your cell phone bill, if you have to use that for your business, anything you purchase, and the flash drives, headsets, laptop, desktops. If you got companies that got refurbished too, where you don't have to spend a lot of money, but Walmart got a great deal upon theirs. They have a lot sometime on clearance. It's refurbished, as well as Best Buy. So tap in with them, especially if you got Best Buy. Sometimes they take them those third-party payments where you can make payments upon it too. So keep all of this in mind while you build up your financial freedom for 2025. Like I said, I am looking for active, and I mean active and hard-working customer service, very professional with business mindset, where we can have this opportunity where we can not have a cap on our money, where we can have the opportunity, we have freedom to do more things that we need to do with our family, our personal life. We can save on gas going out. We can save on eating going out. We can save on clothing. We can save on food. I'm your one and only Mrs. Exquisite with Exquisite Agency. Please, 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 if you haven't already done so, subscribe so you won't miss out on any opportunities I have coming up. I do have work at home jobs, as well as paid survey opportunities, as well as gaming opportunities. You can get paid to play game. All of these has been legitimately tested by me. Well, I've tested them, and I know they pay because I got PayPal proof of it. Majority of them pay by PayPal, some pay by gift cards, but I normally like to do the ones that's paid by PayPal because I'm a money girl. Okay? We can try to paper chase, right? We got so many opportunities where you can do from anywhere or work from home. I got you covered. I love you all from the top to the bottom. Make sure you all stay active. Show love to get love. Support, support, support. Let's get into our 2020-25 goals. I love you all. Make sure you message me if you have any questions or concerns. Please email me any resume at TheExquisite2010@yahoo.com. And I'm going to phonetically spell that. T as in Tom, H as in Harry, E as in Edward, E as in Elephant, X as in X-Ray, Q as in Queen, U as in Umbrella, I as in Igloo, S as in Sam, I as in Igloo, T as in Tom, E as in Edward, 2010@yahoo.com. TheExquisite@yahoo.com. Send me those resumes over. We get you started ASAP, if not sooner. Like I said, in the process of you getting your headsets, your laptop, your computer, don't let that delay you. Go ahead and do your assessments. Go ahead and get signed up and set up so you can get that part out the way while you work on getting your high-speed internet, your desktop, your laptop. At least the hard part is out the way, the assessment part, for you can secure a position, for you can secure a working home, financial freedom position. I love you all from the top to the bottom. Until the next time, adios amigos. Mwah.